Alright, this should be the 32nd stream of Metaphor ReFantazio. Today is Thursday, January 16th, stream 32, right? I just had it. Yeah. Hello and welcome, thanks for joining the stream. Do appreciate you coming in and spending your precious time hanging out with me as I experience more Metaphor ReFantazio. Having you here makes the streams more fun in general for me and helps motivate me to continue streaming, so I truly appreciate you spending your precious time hanging out with me. I hope your day is going well, hope you're able to enjoy some games yourself, and I hope you enjoy the stream. So we're continuing where we left off last time. We just finished the story mission of the Dragon Temple. So yeah, yet again, stream started later than I would have liked it to. Went to the gym, a little bit of grocery shopping, lunch, and then procrastinated, as always. Yeah. Some crap that's in front of my TV. I need to see the bottom of my screen. Oh yeah, one of the things I saw while procrastinating was the teaser trailer for the reveal of the Switch 2. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it at all. I mean, I probably will, just for the exclusives. I mean, I've become more and more of a PC gamer, but I still like the exclusives. Like, I got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, or a remake for the exclusivity on PS5, but then they got ported to the PC. But I still like having a physical copy, because I'm like old school. I'm a collector. That's why I'm struggling with whether I want to get Monster Hunter Wilds on Steam or on PS5, because I want the physical copy. However, I will be forced to get PlayStation Plus again to play Monster Hunter Wilds online again. So, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of overpaying for console online. On Yufa, after meeting the captain and the party, she figured out the legend of priestesses and their relationship to the dragon god, who had been passed down inaccurately over the past few hundred years, and that the true meaning involved dedicating her life to oppose threats. Due to her upbringing, she is not well versed in worldly matters that are common knowledge in the mainland, such as sanctism or the royal family. But because of this, she is sometimes able to make statements that speak to the truth behind an issue. I'm just thinking, like, I wonder if someone's, more than likely someone's already kind of thought of this, but like, combining the word waifu and the name Yufa into one word and making like fan art. So it'll be Waifufa or Waifufa. Dragon God Et. The deity taking the form of a dragon, object of the Mustari faith of Virga Island. As anticipated, it resembled the great and terrible creatures known as dragons. However, it succumbed to melancholia after being possessed by a large human, and was spiritually cut off from its priestess. After a pitched battle, the human was vanquished, and the dragon god returned to normal, revealing a hidden truth regarding the priestess and her traditional role. The true purpose of the priestess was not to offer her life in sacrifice, but in battle alongside the dragon, fighting to drive back disaster. Over the years, this truth was distorted and ultimately lost. The true power of Dracodelios. The divine lance enshrined in the Dragon Temple, capable of drawing on the dragon god Et's power by Yufa's will. It was also discovered that the lance had the singularly unique property of being able to nullify certain types of magic, including the protections of royal magic. In other words, this spear could take the life of any candidate, no matter their standing. Etria. The new name of the previously unnamed village on Virga Island, granted by Edeni. The name means capital of the dragon god Et, and represents Edeni's hope that the village will eventually blossom into a city where people from all walks of life gather. I suppose they're not all bad. Okay, thanks. I have some business to discuss with you concerning the duel, or rather the proceedings following it. Next time we travel? Okay. Bing da da. Bing da da ba pa pa pa. Just lovely. From the bottom of my heart, you have my deepest thanks. You have saved Lady Yufa. And this island. Yeah, but Yufa. You may not need it much longer, but please know you are always welcome here. And I hope you will visit again. You are Etria's heroes.
That's how you want to play it.
That's who's want to play what?
Thank you.
You saved our island. You're much more than what the rumors implied. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, I talked to a lot of travelers, and let me tell you, I thought that made me the expert on the outside world. And I'll admit, I expected you lot to be a bunch of lowlifes. Thought you only wanted the divine relic, but you're not like that. And you know what? Until now, I never even liked this nation. But if someone like you became the king, well, then I'd evaluate a lot of things. Thanks, buddy. If you become king, I'll rethink my worldview. Now kneel. Kneel before Zod. I mean, thank you, citizen.
Hey, mister.
Hey, mister! You saved our island, right? Mom says sometimes it's nice to give people things when you want to say thank you, so here, I found it at the well. Hey, Gold Beetle. I'm gonna play now, thanks, Mr. Elda, bye-bye. Horse Fisher Crone.
Not finished yet?
Have you brought me a polar stone by any chance? It took some effort. Not really.
Isn't that wonderful?
You found at least one of my stones. Now I can make a doll for my grandchild. You saved me. No, you saved my grandchild's life. The rumors were true then. You really do have a good heart. Take a little extra with my thanks. Bing da da. I delivered the polar stones, and I could find to the requester. She thanked me and gave me a reward. Okay. I think I turned in 3? I found 3? That's all. That was all of them, right? Passionate raps. Let me double check. Let's ask a Google. Metaphor. A guiding gift. Yeah, there's 3. 1 to 3 polar stones. You get extra rewards for every extra stone you submit. Like what? Just more money? No, the money seems like it's right. Yeah, 33,750. Okay, there we go. I was like, we didn't get the extra rewards. But we had to keep talking. All 3 of the stones are safely back in my grasp. Words cannot express my gratitude, my boy. But hopefully this reward can, dearie boy. Sumptuous Magla feast. Made from the sumptuous milk of my bosom. I mean, divine elixir, right. Okay, cool. Here, from me, my son, and his wife, all we want you to have this. Wait, I thought the whole reason you had us gather these was because you couldn't tell your family you dropped them. Yes, at first, I intended to hide my mistakes, but after I sent you off, I gave it some more thought. The stones are guiding tools for us fisher folks, that we might find the right path. Could I really pass them to my grandchild under such deception?
I feel fine.
They were shocked to be sure, but in the end, all of them, even my grandchild, simply laughed and forgave me. And when I told them about you, they were all moved that you would go so far for a complete stranger.
Thank you, dearie.
It isn't much, but we'll all be supporting your bid for that throne of yours. Seems like we ended up getting a lot out of this, huh?
Thank you, dearie.
Thanks to you, my grandchild will be able to go out to fish. I don't know where your journey will take you, but my family and I, we all hope you and your companions find happiness. Even through her mask, I can tell the old woman is smiling. Hope you and your companions find happiness. You know what the saying is, right? Money buys happiness. That's a thing, right?
It's all right.
Don't worry, the tides will change. We'll arrive in Altaberry all the same. So there's something I'd like to ask you. You see, I'm not quite accustomed to life outside the island yet. So to avoid any blunders on our forthcoming travels, I'd like to learn about the world ahead of time. And so I was wondering if you could tell me more about the other towns. Even just a bit would suffice. Sure.
I'm quite grateful.
Thank you very much. Let's talk as we stroll on the beach. I talked to Yufa about the busiest and most bustling street in Grand Trad, Sun Lumio Street.
Wow.
It's nothing like
It's
Etria.
nothing like Etria.
Incredible.
Oh wait, do people in Grand Trad have big families?
Ah. I mean, they could, especially if they're like a noble house and they could afford to have a lot of kids, or, you know. Why do you ask?
What makes you think that?
If it's called Sun Lumio Street, then all its residents are of the Sun Lumio, are they not?
Yeah, that's not how it works.
On the island, places are named after the people who live there, so... Oh, maybe that's not how it works there? I'm sorry, I must come across so strangely.
Well, better to figure it out now.
Yufa?
Brother, I'm learning about the outside world from him. If I remain naive about it, I will only be a burden.
Does living beyond our borders make you anxious, Yufa?
A little. But I shouldn't be, no? This was my own decision.
It's natural to feel nervous.
It's natural to feel anxious about new things.
Precisely, yes. The first time I left the island, I was so nervous my knees shook.
Really? Is that true, brother?
No one steps out into the unknown without some trepidation in their heart. That said, people only fear what they don't know because they don't fully understand themselves. I believe this is your time, sister. You've heard of the trials of Malnever, have you not? It is an island where a peculiar monster lives, raised in stagnant magma. The monster reflects the anxiety of those who challenge it, and it provides those who overcome it with proof of their victory. I am one such victor, and I gained a great deal from it. I think you could stand to benefit as well, Yufa. You would count your new friends as reliable warriors, correct? Perhaps you might tempt them with the discarded treasures and armaments of our ancestors there. It will challenge you, to be sure, but you'll walk away better for it. Before you leave, consider testing your strength.
But... what if it proves too challenging?
No, he shouldn't come with us. Like, he already took the trial. This is about you. This is your journey. Let's do our best together.
Together, Yufa.
The weather on the island is unpredictable at best. We won't know how dangerous it will be.
I would never send my precious sister off without regard for her safety. I have some idea of how to handle the weather. Won't you put your faith in your new friend and me? Your focus must be solely on the trial.
I understand. If this proof you speak of will give me the power to step boldly into my future, then I will want for nothing else.
That's the spirit. If you do decide to go, pay me a visit before heading out. I would see you all off safely.
This one's important.
Quest start. The Trial of Malnova. I need to complete the trial in the deepest part of the land of ceremony for Yufa. The informant at Golden Deer Hearth on Virga Island should know more about the monsters there. Increases wisdom. No deadline, rank, 6.5 difficulty.
Yes, that's the place. You know, I wouldn't mind visiting if we've the time.
Yes. Man, it's like out of the way, and it wasn't revealed until just now. Hopefully I have enough time to do that and the side quests here in the area. How much time do we have left?
We'll face danger here.
There's heat. Okay, then I guess we're going here first.
We'll face danger here.
6.5. Five and a half. It takes 3 days to get there. I think we might
Rather mysterious, isn't
we
it?
might be running short on
Knowing
time.
you'll be at my side, I admit. I do find my courage.
I think we only have like 3 or 4 days left until we have to head out. But luckily that one trial is like close to the island. So I guess worst case scenario, we go to the new city, and then when we have time, we teleport back here, and then it'll only take like a day to go do the trial. Hopefully.
A trial awaits. Please, lend me your strength.
Hey, hasn't that island been abandoned for quite some time? I hope the Magla isn't too strong. But you'd better be prepared for the worst, okay?
Oh no, we have 8 days. That's right. Okay. Yeah, because we decided to do the story quest because this old lady wanted her stones like a lot sooner. So we decided to just do both rather than have to go back for the main mission later on. Okay, that's good. We have plenty of time then.
I shall.
Only ever sees poor weather? Maybe an old custom, but I like to try it anyway. Right. Only sees poor weather. The way things used to be around here was peaceful. I never knew that what people were thinking, and I didn't need to. But then you came, and suddenly it's all different. I suppose people are saying what they were holding in. It's oozing out like pus from a sore. Meeting new people can really change your world, eh? Always thought I'd live on this island forever. Never questioned it. I'd like to meet even more people from other places. Bing da da. Big tatas. Oh, that's what they're singing about. I figured it out. You know how, like, you hear music on the, over, like, well, radio is kind of not really a thing so much anymore, but yeah, you hear a song and you think you know the lyrics, but then you look it up and it's totally different. They're really singing about big tatas. Ah, okay. I gotcha. I get you, game. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Please, I beseech you.
Okay, so this is 6.5. 6.5. That's 5.5. Okay, I guess I should do the go this route, I guess, since this one has the easiest difficulty.
All right then.
That boy may truly have the aptitude to be king. Things have changed a great deal for us, yet the stone faces remain the same. Even though the chief dropped out of the tournament, we should have trusted his decision to join it.
It was all in vain.
I hadn't considered his angle. Instead, I dismissed it as a hopeless endeavor. In trying to escape our own woes, we put Lady Yufa and our chief through no shortage of suffering. I can see what a fool I've been. In the end, I defied our teachings. If ever there was a time to change, it's now. We need to stop closing ourselves off to the world. The tournament brought new hope with it. That Elda boy's face has appeared on the rock. Indeed, we've always resented this country we're supposedly a part of, but if he becomes its king, the people seem to have had a change of heart. If he became king...
Well now, what are we on about?
Just can't wait to be king. Or how does the Lion King song go? Can't see the rock.
Let's see.
Mag. 12. Thou art one who strives for a great change. Even though we beat a dragon, it's kind of frustrating that that news of such a crazy feat probably won't even make it off the island. Oh, you never know. Okay, we can hang out with him. Big tata. Big tata. Big tatas. I've been turning to ale too often in recent days. If I've been indecent, I owe you an apology. I wanted to forget the calamity, to forget we're part of the country. But thanks to you all, I realized I was wrong on both counts. You have my support for saving our island. You're welcome, buddy.
Say there.
Fancy a bit of info?
Something you'd like to know? Okay. The Land of Ceremony Trial. Learn about the monsters on the Land of Ceremony, the grave west of Virga Island.
Want in on this?
The Land of Ceremony is a special place for us. Before they venture outside the island, our youth go there to face a trial. It's not mandatory, of course. According to what I've heard, the trial itself tasks the subject with defeating the monster within. It is said to be a bizarre creature that doesn't resemble any living thing. I wonder if it's truly a monster.
Between us.
Rumor has it that it likes to summon its little friends. Its companions strengthen it, and then it hits you with a barrage of wind magic. Apparently it's weak to fire. Best use that to your advantage and end things quickly. And there's a bird-like monster called the Leogryph there. The closer you are to it, the worse its attacks get. If I were you, I'd attack it from a distance and avoid using wind magic since it won't be effective. Better make sure we're ready first. Visit Academia. Sure. Okay, we need. Did I fight those things? I don't even remember.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Just between us.
Oh, yeah.
Come again, Erita.
Bird monster on Orbwise Path. Learn about the monsters on the Orbwise Path, a cave east of Virga Island.
Want in on this?
The Orbwise Path is where we inter and mourn our dead. If you die on this island, you can expect your bones to rest there for eternity. But the monsters have been on a rampage lately, and we haven't been able to mourn anyone.
Just between us.
The area has become the stomping ground of the Cocasadors. Cocasadors? Cocasadors? I don't know. Perhaps you've heard of them before? They're big bird-like monsters. They prefer their prey to be soft and fleshy, so be sure to fortify your defenses before facing them. Moreover, I heard they have a skill that repels non-magic attacks. We know fire is effective against them, but no one's been able to defeat them yet. Mind the cold, too. Many monsters use attacks that can freeze you in your tracks. Don't let them give you frostbite. Because of those things, no one can get close to the place, which makes me quite sad. It may be an antiquated custom, but it's nonetheless important for us islanders. Okay, I think that's it, yeah.
What's up?
I'm seeing less and less rowdy drinkers these days. Not as many folks are using ale to escape the island's misfortunes. They must have finally realized that there's shame in their conduct. Young man, it's all thanks to you and Lady Yufa. Young man, you don't look that old. Are you some, like, hot old biddy? Then again, some get so comfortable they start to drink in excess, so we'll always have this nuisance. Are drunks in the outside world like this as well? Yeah, I guess.
Grand, isn't it?
Parade? Why would we want to do that?
Beg your pardon?
Who'd have thought an outsider would be the one to teach us about the original legend of the Dragon God? I guess there are some things you can't see without stepping outside of what you know. Maybe this is a reminder to expand our horizons sometimes. I once thought our craft was fated to die out, but I wonder if our skills would be useful to the outside of the island. When you arrived, we gave you an exceptionally poor reception, but you still saved us. I'd heard the rumors, but you proved you really would help anyone. Please forgive how cold we were, and thank you. It's no problem. You and your wives take care. Your two wives here.
beg your pardon.
Appraise. No. Well, we'll do it in the weapon shop. Like, even though you could technically do it at any shop, it like the immersive, you know, part of my brain is like I have to do it in an actual weapon shop. It makes sense to do it there. Oh, maybe we should wait until there's a sale. That's the cheap part of me talking.
Hey!
Frog staff? Oh. Scorpion staff. Katana blessed by the dragon god. Ooh, fire bloom signal. Made of plants and imbued with fire magic, increased fire. Okay. Okay. Spike vest. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, 20% off? Sure, we'll take that. Buy one of these.
How nice.
There you go. What was she wearing before? Bing da da.
What now?
What was she wearing before? Maybe this? Yeah.
What have we got here?
Tata, big Tata, big Tata.
You have my thanks.
Squinting man. I'm glad the island is safe again. That couple will be relieved as well. Couple? The couple who live in the house next door, they're expecting a child soon. The island was in turmoil, and then there was Lady Yufa. It was a troubling time for a child to be born into. But they no longer need to worry about that thanks to you. We are very grateful. That's my house, you know. Sorry, but could you please not go in there? It's a downright dreadful mess. I'm too embarrassed to let anyone see it. You must be a gamer. I can hear hushed voices. We only clung to the sacrificial rite out of desperation. We were about to become parents after all. I feel guilty about bringing our child into this world. It's as though I failed as a mother before he even became one. Nevertheless, I'm glad we didn't pass on our shameful past to this child's generation.
Nice.
I'm glad of that too. Our child will live in a new age, so let's raise her well. Well, that was that was an insult to us to us and Yufa. The things you said. You can make it up to us by naming your child after Yufa or me. I guess Yufa, since your child is a girl.
Got a moment?
So that's
the chief was correct about you. I was foolish to doubt his judgment. Forgive me, I thought that when you failed, he would realize the error of his ways. Doing nothing myself, I simply wished for others' failure. Truly, it was shameful behavior. As part of my atonement, please accept this. Truly, I must apologize. Hey.
Let's not.
What? I don't have permission? Me and you are to be wed. Right? Right, Adeni? Right, big bro? Allow me to apologize for my rudeness. I really thought our lives would never be normal again. You know, I saw a crystal in the sky earlier. Haha. It's been so long since I've talked freely like this.
Oh, very nice.
What do you know? Not very much. Not now.
How unfortunate.
Oh, very nice. Well, isn't this a dilemma? Hello there.
Do you have a moment to talk? I think you'd find it to your benefit.
Yes.
My benefit? Yes, it's about my staff. It's a divine relic that has been passed down through generations of chiefs, though to describe its power is a challenge. You've met fortune tellers who can predict the weather in other cities, haven't you? They're descended from a priestly lineage, and I share the same power. In addition, if I use this staff to pray, I'm not yet certain, but I believe I could clear up stormy weather. Once a day, that is.
What?
Clear up stormy weather? Would that extend to making places that are way too hot cooler? That's right, although again, I've not tested this power extensively. That's why I'd like to use it to aid you if I can. Let us push its limits together. Does it take a toll on you? It is indeed a resounding force, and is rather taxing. As such, I would hope you will compensate me accordingly. I'm not certain how well it'll work, so I won't require payment for this first time, but next time I'd like an almighty golden stew or 20 marbled bluefin tunas. Changing a dungeon's weather. You can also ask a Denny to change a dungeon's inclement weather to sunny for 3 days. You can only change the weather for one location at a time. If the weather looks bad at a dungeon you want to visit, ask a Denny for help before setting out. Note that while you gain more experience in battles fought during inclement weather, there are downsides as well, such as turn icons no longer decreasing by half, even when attacking an enemy's weakness. Almighty Golden Stew is Yufa's specialty dish. Oh, gonna miss her cooking, huh? Well, we could probably get a lot more out of our travels with power like his on our side.
What will you do?
Shall we try it out now? Later.
Sorry.
If there's a time you find my power useful, speak with me again. You shall have my aid if you ask it of me. On a Denny, the head of a family of village leaders, going only by his given name as he has no surname. He was deeply conflicted when his sister, the priestess Yufa, decided to become a sacrifice for the dragon god, a ritual long held on the island. After the disaster at the dragon temple passed, he accepted their faith's true teachings and rejoiced in his sister's newfound purpose in life. Hey, what's up, Wrench? How's it going? Good to see you again. Using the power of the Divine Relic Scepter passed down through generations of village chiefs, he is able to clear particular kinds of rough weather for a short period of time. Since the deaths of his parents, including the previous village chief, he has taken over guardianship over his younger sister Yufa, who he cares and worries for. His favorite food is the stew that she makes. You just finished? Nice.
That's the way.
All very nice.
That's the way.
Okay. It's really great, no complaints. Nice. I mean, so far I feel the same. Like, I haven't really had any complaints, other than the fact that there's no romancing. But that's okay. I'm okay with it.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. Never thought you'd manage to grab both the priestess and the lance. Suppose you lot really are something special. Got me thinking. Like, for a moment, I wondered if I'd met you all earlier. Then maybe, don't mind me. Dell's still not totally sound, so he's resting up. I don't want him pushing himself too hard. Okay.
What's up?
You staying on the island for a while, does that mean you're eating at the Golden Deer? From what I know of you outsiders, it's rare to find other tribes who are open to our cuisine. But if you've truly enjoyed our cooking, then I'm glad to hear it. Okay.
Hey, mister!
Thanks.
I'm truly glad you came to our island. With this victory, you're sure to be welcomed and accepted here. And from now on, if I have an opinion, I will not hesitate to give it voice. Prayer and hope alone will accomplish nothing. That will be my motto from now on.
Hey, mister!
Hey, mister!
Hey, mister! Oh, it's you!
Welcome back. Interested in my equipment and rarities, are you? Here's what I have for sale today. What will it be? I don't know. What do I not have anything good? Mossy weapon, artifact. When they say artifact, do they mean like... I'm assuming like this means it's most likely a spear type of weapon. This, it's most likely a sword. this most likely it's like a cleric weapon, like a mace or something, and then this one is more likely a something like an abacus or a merchant type weapon. I'm kind of hoping to get a sword so I can actually use the Seeker. I haven't been using the Seeker because I haven't had a really good weapon for it yet.
Can we talk?
Goodbye now.
Oh yeah, this one,
Oh, it's
they only
you.
sell once a day. Okay, dice roll.
What'll it be? Some experiments. Seeker's mostly magic anyways, that's true. I do have the money for all of these, but man, I'm gonna be, well, not all of them. I'm gonna have money for most of them, but I'm gonna be poor again. I'm gonna be broke. What? No need to worry about these right now? Okay. How come there's two for the Avatar? Is it because we're gonna get the blue Navi avatar and the last Airbender avatar? War God. Are we get to summon Kratos? They are more useful later on. Read it, boy. Of the fairy. This way, we'll get this so that Galaga can have a friend. Okay. Raptor. How the heck did I get so much of this? Is it because I like farmed those plant things on the Dragon Temple? I'm assuming. Races of demons from SMT. Oh, right, yeah. That makes sense. Okay, we can come back to this guy. We can come back to you.
That's the way, innit?
The chief made the right decision. Did you see how Lady Yufa and her allies fought? Oh, I did. Those divine forms of theirs were so entrancing. And they used no Sanctus igniters. That's true magic.
What's it now?
We still have one of those.
Till next time, mate.
Okay. Big Tata, Big Tatas. Wait. Was this mural always like this? Oh, wait. Did I not did I not get a good look at this mural? Or is this new?
Hey.
That must be the dragon god at the center of the mural, and below it is the priestess and the land surrounded by all kinds of people. The dragon god was supposed to be attacking them, but it was really the opposite, huh? The people are actually being protected by the dragon god's power. Isn't it interesting how you can see these drawings in a new light once you know the context? Perhaps the same can be said for religion in general. Wait, There's another mural over here, right? Yeah, this is the one I remember seeing.
Here.
At first glance, it seems like an image of someone who has sacrificed herself, but its true meaning turned out to be the opposite. The priestess wasn't sacrificed, she fought for them and died valiantly in battle, and her people are mourning her. Isn't it interesting? Yeah, right, different light. What are you talking about, Gallica? Ancient texts are never ever misinterpreted. Everyone on the island seems much happier. Is that because of your power, mister? Thank you for beating the monster. I feel way safer now. You're welcome, and you look like the Onion Knight. You're welcome, Onion Girl.
Oh.
So you saved the priestess, did you? I've been listening to all kinds of stories from the people here on the island. Seems the Sanctists have been hiding some big secrets. But in the end, I'm a Sanctus crier. If I want to keep my head on, I'd be wise to keep my mouth shut. In any case, I'm rooting for you all. What you've done here is going to go a long way in improving Mystari relations.
That would help quite a bit. All very nice.
Our island is now called Adria. The name has such a nice ring to it. From this day forward, we'll defend the name of Adria with all that we are.
That would help quite a bit.
Come to think of it,
So much trouble on the island, but the only thing I could do was stand and watch. It's horrible, but it's the truth. And for that, I deserve punishment. Maybe I'll have time to cool my head and think if I'm inside a cell.
Well, that would help quite a bit.
Well, isn't this a dilemma? That's the way.
How strange, the mural I've seen all my life now seems like an entirely different work, as though it's a story of hope. I heard you fought with the dragon god, even if it was possessed by a human. What a tragedy that things came to such an end.
You there?
If I might ask, was this your first time fighting a dragon? It wasn't.
Honestly,
No, the dragon god wasn't our first encounter with a dragon. Truly, for someone outside our faith to not only encounter but survive a fight with multiple dragons. Perhaps the cogs of fate are guiding you down a rare path. The destiny of a dragon slayer. Our island is not the only place with legends of dragons. Seek them out and face your fate with eyes wide open. Adria. Good island's name to have an odyssey on. Ayy. Who knows? Maybe they can take that that Odyssey, that story, and even make a game about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oi!
I never expected anyone to change us islanders' outlook on life, but I'm grateful you did. Looking out at the ocean like this brings back old memories. I dreamt of telling everyone in the outside world how beautiful life is here on the island. I wonder if it's too late. Could I still realize that dream? Nope, it's over. Just bury your feelings, bury your dreams inside, and shrivel up and die. Sorry, buddy. Too late.
Yeah?
I thought we were powerless, but now generations of priestesses have proven that false. The priestesses of the past, such as Lady Yufa's mother, never gave up fighting, and neither has Yufa herself. And so I now believe there are still things within our power to do. Oh, dried fish.
Welcome.
Thanks to you, the island could start fishing again. Nowadays, I'm selling fish too, not just meat. Meat. Delicious meat. Not a meaty fish, but the bones are edible, a cooking ingredient. I don't have the patience to eat, fish that are, like, very bony. Like, I need it to be, like... I need the fish to be, like, either filleted or have, like, not very many bones, or yeah, not very many, and they need to be, like, big and easy to remove. I just don't have the patience for it. Like, a staple of my diet is just, like, steak / ground beef and chicken thighs, because there's only one big bone in it and it's easy to get out. If I do eat fish, it's like, it's canned, like canned tuna, or canned sardines or something. But I mix the fish in with my ground beef, because I like the taste of fish and stuff, but like sardines are like concentrated fish smell and taste. It's very, very fishy. But apparently it's like really good for you, and it's has the least chances of mercury in it because it's a cold water fish, and it mostly feeds on like small stuff like plankton or whatever like that. So it's a lot safer than like albacore tuna or something like that, which has a lot of mercury.
If I may.
Your group contains many different, many people from different tribes, yes? I'm impressed you're all able to work together. And yes, you count a famous songstress amongst you, but truly you are all just as colorful and unique as she. It's lovely. Delicious mercury, It gives it that zest, that extra flavor.
Thank ye, sir.
It puts a capital M in MSG. Thanks to you, we can start fishing again. Gotta make sure my nets are in good shape. When you're fighting nature, it can feel hopeless, but I just remember how our ancestors preserved and passed down their wisdom. We're not savage beasts who leave the weak to die. When there's a crisis, we all have to support each other to get through it.
Oi there.
Hello.
You know, I've seen that gauntlet runner of yours disappear on occasion. What magic can do that? And if it can disappear and reappear somewhere else, why bother crossing the sea? Even magic has limitations, buddy.
Hey, mister.
Hey, mister! Hey, that big boat of yours. What's his name? Oh, curious young boy. You're a connoisseur, aspiring connoisseur of big boats. Well, I'm a fan of big boats. I cannot lie. A gallant runner? Awesome. I want one when I'm older. Okay, I think we talked to the entire village. Okay, okay, we can max him out. Yufa joins the band of travelers. Having found meaning in life as a protector, Gallica is inspired to question her own life's meaning. Okay, Maria. Okay, so we need about 4 days to do all the quests in this area. Let's see. What's his max? 4 skill slots. When Stroll attacks a human, crit. Acquire a new heroic embodiment. What does that mean exactly? Grand Fantasy? A Grand Blue Fantasy? What about Maria? What did she get at rank 8? Can now study the Survivor. I'm a survivor. Skill slots.
What now?
What does new heroic embodiment mean? Because that's not the same thing as the elite archetype, the samurai. Is it gonna like branch off to something different? Because like this, like how the Magic Knight like branches off to either Paladin or Dark Knight. Huh. Rank 20. Okay, it shouldn't be too hard to get to that. There's no other requirements.
All right then. Where to?
Let's go!
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
What's up?
All right then.
Okay.
too.
Let's go.
Alright, I guess we'll hang out with Stroll. Having more skill slots should help us on our quests. Okay.
Hey,
We got the lance, and now all we need is the tide. I ought to stay busy so I don't overthink this. After all that's happened, I find myself thinking of my parents. I wonder what they would say if they could see me now. I only wish I could tell them of all that's transpired. Let's go now.
Thanks a bunch.
Truly, thank you. You've been such a great help. Can you point the Gauntlet Runner towards my village again?
You know, I'm truly blessed with good fortune. I was born into nobility, lived a carefree childhood, and I even survived a human attack. But more than all of that, I've met people I can trust. I'm further blessed in friendship. Sometimes it frightens me. I question whether or not I deserve to have all this.
Um, no one's entitled to anything, buddy. Don't forget. Of course you do. I mean, I wouldn't actually say that, but remember, the name of the game in Atlus Conversations is to placate our friends. So of course you do, buddy.
of course you do.
Hearing you say it helps me believe it. After all, I was only able to help the people here because of my parents' wealth. The inheritance just happened to be in the royal capital, and the people of Harlia were coincidentally in the same place.
Oh god. Crap. Still stretching out my leg. Oh, Jesus. Yanked on my headset. not that necessary since you don't get points for their next rank. Yeah, this is the last rank, and I think that's pretty much the case in the other Atlus games, like in Persona. Like once you hit their max rank, it doesn't matter too much what the answer is. Oh, man, I thought I had enough electrolytes during my workouts, but I guess I should prepare like a sports drink for after too. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. At least it doesn't feel like my leg's gonna rip in half anymore. Luck is its own type of skill.
Luck is its own type of skill, right?
Guess I should just embrace it, yes. I don't regret using the full inheritance as I did for a moment. Given a second chance, I would do the exact same thing. But I think I defied my parents in some way. That's my only regret in all this.
Yeah, they would have done the same. I mean, they protected their people when the human attacked.
I'm sure they'd have done the same.
I just don't know. Even during the attack, my parents shielded me from the fighting. They told me to get to Grand Trad with all haste. Grand Trad. Rangeef said my parents told him the same. They wanted everyone to flee to the capital. And then the merchant in the capital was the one keeping the inheritance. Is this all really coincidence?
It was probably intentional.
It was probably intended to happen this way.
If that's true, though, do you think my parents might have intended the inheritance to be... Oh, the family treasure my father mentioned in the letter. He wasn't talking about the inheritance. He meant the people. A nobleman is the shield in his people's hands. Durable enough to protect them, but light enough to carry. Else what value does he have? I continue to find ways I never understood my parents.
They believed in their baby boy.
They put their faith in you.
In me. They had faith. In me. I'd always thought I'd been a worthless son to them.
You honored them? That's not true. I think one of these. Parents don't think like that.
They say a child never knows how precious he is to his parents.
He never knows.
Someday I will restore our home. Everyone will come back to live in peace. And I won't let anyone take it from us, ever again. But this isn't about my family. This tragedy must never be allowed to be repeated anywhere. On my pride as a noble, I swear it.
I can sense Stroll's unrivaled trust. Up.
The proud noble Stroll, keeper and heritor of the warrior's virtues.
I can sense Stroll's unrivaled trust and his determination to change the future. Warrior's virtues.
By the grace of his newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
I'm going to change the future with you.
Alright. 4 inheritance slots, Slayer of Humans, and a new heroic embodiment, whatever that means.
Thank you, my friend. Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience. My parents' mantra has never been more clear to me. You keep moving forward. Do what you know to be just. And I will be just a step behind, no matter what. Look back, and you will find hope. Don't forget that.
With a vision of Halia restored clear in my mind, I spent a moment enjoying the wind on my face, then returned to the others. Thanks to Stroll's strong faith in me, I now have the full support of the people of Halia. 11? Yeah, 11. Okay. I've tasted many delicacies, but they were all so delicious, I would be hard-pressed to choose a favorite. Yet I wonder, I often hear people say the food of their hometown stands above all else. If I returned to Montario, would I feel the same? Food of one hometown is the best. Bonds Unfettered Stroll. Along their journey, Stroll discovers the inheritance of House Haliatus left to him by his parents. The fortune was, in reality, the residents of Halia, who survived the tragedy. People who the late Lord Haliatus had always considered his true treasures. Stroll uses what is left of his house's fortune to help the former Halians, and the ideology his parents lived by clicks into place for him. As their beloved son, Stroll vows to put his life on the line to fight for the restoration of peace. Okay. Okay, but what's that heroic embodiment stuff we were talking about? Maybe this? It's always nice to boost your, like, basic attack. I don't know. Oh, we should probably put something. Um... Uh... This. Okay. Stroll, having prioritized saving his countrymen over rebuilding his house, returns to Halia. There, he realizes his father's true intentions and legacy, and is overcome. I need to acquire a new heroic embodiment. Oh. No one wants to hang out?
What should we do?
I feel strange doing this because my brother always warned me to stay inside the house at night. Oh, I thought there was gonna be more. Oh, we need more courage. Okay. Okay. What's the request? Oh, we need one more archetype. Okay.
What now?
Um.
I see. Fascinating. This right here, all right?
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Yeah.
The Soul of the Faker. Confusing the opponent is a key strategy, and I employ it gladly. Yet another way to fight. I shall put it to good use. Okay.
A new ability.
No. Did that count towards the quest? No, it didn't. What new one can we study then? We're so close. We could probably power level Heist made at 20, then learn this new one. Wizard? I thought we had Wizard. Okay, we can do either. Okay. Let's power level Heisme. Yeah, Dark Knight. We could do Dark Knight, but I think Heisme was a little bit closer to the next tier, so we're just gonna do Heisme.
I have retained my edge.
Elusive Dream. Weak physical slash damage to one enemy 1 to 3 times. Absorbs MP. May one hit kill a target. Nice. Agility +3. Nice. Okay. There we go. Oh shoot, we needed. I didn't see that. We need to rank him up to 7. Yeah. Okay, I guess we're doing Dark Knight. Well, I don't know if we can get there. Maybe. We only need a wizard to get to 10. Alright, let's try.
To greater heights.
There you go. What's that? I didn't even bother to read these tooltips. Possesses skills to auto counter physical attacks as well as healing skills that makes a versatile party shield. Focusing on offense, it can defend in unique ways by counterattacking magic and counteracting ailments.
I see.
Whoa, we got like a freaking Ghost Rider head. An elite knight archetype. It shifts from defensive approach to an offensive one with a variety of powerful attacks and counters to magic and status ailments.
I see.
%15 chance of repelling elemental magic. Nice. Automatically increase wielder's attack. Okay. Okay, cool. Ensure status ailments are automatically cured in 1 turn. Ooh.
Fascinating.
The Dark Knight. This is the archetype you sensed from Hulkenberg's Way of Life.
This right here.
Its heroic embodiment is that of the elite protector. Okay.
Alright.
18750, Channel Dark Knight, yes.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Okay.
I see.
The power of the Dark Knight, most interesting. Upon the dark road I tread, using power to defend. I shall protect what must be until the most final of moments. To that end, no trial is too great. I'm Batman.
New power.
I'm Hulk and Bat. Call Commissioner Gordon. What does this do? Oh, wind. Man, I need to go to a dungeon that has blessed water, because there's like a few items I still need the lower tier church water.
Great, innit?
That's the way.
Hey!
As a singer, I tend to analyze people's voices like, oh, they could really carry a soprano solo, or wow, what a tenor. In fact, I think you lot would make a great harmony with me. What say you join me for a song sometime?
That's the way.
Okay.
Well, isn't this a
It's all good stuff.
Okay.
All right then. Where to?
We need to buy our cheese.
Let's go. Hey, mister.
You're not serious.
Oh, there. Whoa.
Can we talk?
Thanks.
Okay.
Oh, there.
It is very important. That's why they call us the Big Cheese. We're the captain, aka the Big Cheese. The Cheese Poobah. Okay, we need more courage to hang out with somebody. I can't remember who. I think Alonzo, but that's gonna take a while.
go.
I used to have such a routine in the Persona games, like every Monday, go around town and buying all the MP sodas in the in Persona, and like so I could have cheap, you know, MP restoration and stuff like that. Like I was playing my routine in the game more than I was actually playing the game sometimes.
Now, where was I?
Or for sure,
Amazing.
never hurts to have you know, more recovery items. Better to have too many than too little. With a new ally comes yet another new power, I see. As you already know, what you've discovered is called the Summoner, an intriguing archetype that calls forth mythical beings from worlds we can hardly imagine. However, in order to summon anything, it requires a vessel, a catalyst, a catalyst unique to each being you wish to call forth. Henceforth, I shall craft these vessels for you. I have added a new item in special experiments just such a purpose.
Ah, right.
Should you desire to hear more, I have a lecture prepared for you. If you'd like to listen, then by all means. Gotta pet the cat. That's the most important thing. What? Something new. Magic formula.
Yes.
I was hoping to speak further with you about that. I've recalled something after watching you and your allies in action. That mysterious language used in the formula, it's from the old world. So it goes back to the time of the city that we found buried beneath the Dragon Temple. Why would the king go out of his way to write in such an archaic language? The king was an avid researcher of magic and its origins. He even funded the Mage Academy from the royal treasury. It's not beyond possibility he would know such a language.
Huh.
Then the person whose name is written, they're probably long dead.
That is...
That I couldn't say for certain. But I did figure something else out. In front of the name is an alias, or perhaps more of a title. The True Seeker. What is that gibberish? No one can understand that. Yet another connection to the archetype.
fascinating.
Intriguing, isn't it? Why is the Seeker archetype so important to the royal magic? Does it have powers we have yet to ascertain? How I yearn to decipher the scroll in its entirety. If you come upon any further truths, please examine the scroll again. I wonder who the true seeker might be? Who knows? Okay.
Now why do that?
I'm astonished you've managed to study so many archetypes. Are you some sort of prodigy? At the very least, you've surely won me a new memory return.
Incredible.
Okay, task number 5, 25 different archetypes. Heroes jeweled root times 5 imagination increase.
All right.
Are you okay?
Everything okay?
Yes.
I was able to remember a few things, thank you. But before that,
Please.
seeing as you're here, won't you tell me some stories of your travels? I've been watching over you, but I do so value your perspective. I see. Interesting. Though I heard nothing that might reveal this place. Which means, I suppose, that the king must have imprisoned me here because... Did you figure something out?
The truth of the matter is...
There is but one place that comes to mind. But if that inkling is right, then too much else becomes inexplicable. If I'm correct in my hunch, it would mean the king deliberately placed me somewhere I know well. Somewhere I could easily continue my research.
What?
But why would he want to help your studies? Indeed, that is the question. It would make a mystery of the king's intentions. Why would he intentionally imprison me here? I imagined I was put here to prevent my research, but it was quite the opposite. The king sought to place me where I might develop transformative magic yet further. And by continuing my research, my memories would return. In a way, all my travails may have been by his design. These answers I sought, this place, my identity. In the end, the only path toward them was continuing my pursuits.
This research.
The pieces are coming together. It seems the time to uncover the truth has finally come. Let's find out together.
Yeah.
Surely.
If I have your support, I can face any truth we ultimately reveal. I shall accept it unflinchingly, with eyes open. I am a grave sinner who must pay for my offenses. Or am I a grave sinner who must pay for my offenses? Or am I a revolutionary who must change the future?
I'm grateful, truly.
This newfound resolve of mine is also thanks to you. For the utopia I will make a reality. I'll battle past my past until the end. I can sense Moore's willingness to accept the truth, whatever form it takes, as well as his heartfelt trust towards me.
He.
The scholar in search of utopia, Moore. Within him dwells the virtue of the seeker.
Now.
Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within
A
thee.
new power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny.
May the truth guide us both.
Elite archetype. Soul hacker. I see what you did there, Atlus. Soul hacker.
Listen here.
Now, it's time for your next task. A true test, this one. The thesis project, as it were. I ask you to research an elite archetype. I've already done that. Yep, soul hacker. Elite archetypes can only be revealed by having a peerless, unbreakable bond. And then said archetype must be cultivated to its limit. Okay, so I'm guessing we not only have to have an elite archetype, we have to max it out before we can turn in this quest. It matters not which one you choose to focus on, so long as you do so until it can improve no longer. Yeah, okay.
This one's important.
Moore's Task, Chapter 6, The End. To nurture the strength I'll need to challenge Luis the Archmage, I need to strengthen an elite archetype to rank 20. This can be completed by anyone. No deadline, rank 8 difficulty, hero's jeweled root times 8, and increases imagination. It's like, what are you gonna name another elite archetype, Atlas? Digital Survivor. What's that game called on the DS? I can't remember. Um, Survivor. Yeah, SMT Devil Survivor. This is a height that none before you reached. The stronger your power, the greater it will impact me.
If all goes according to
Once
plan.
this research is completed, the path to the ultimate archetype may finally be in sight, and with it our ultimate answer. Everything lies in your hands. Let us break through the barriers of this trial and see our dream to fruition.
I have faith in you.
When are they gonna add the Shin Megami Tensei archetype? Exactly, right? I will believe in you to the very end. Okay, addition to special experiments. Summon experiments has been added to the special experiments menu in Academia. Use it to create vessels, which are necessary for the summoner to summon monsters like masks. The materials to make vessels are obtained from enemies in battle. You need only create a vessel once to make its respective summon available. There is no need to equip it.
Welcome.
Okay, Gargoyle uses fire magic and inflicts burn. Goblin loincloth vessel, gross. Oh. Alright, I guess we'll make it. Stone Wing Vessel. You can now use the Summoner archetype to call upon Gargoyle, who uses fire magic and inflicts burn. Okay. Soul Hacker. So we have one of these. Ooh. Ooh, it's yellow. Legendary. I like how when we forge a mask or whatever, like the form of our head is like right in front of the crotch of that statue. So that's awesome.
I have faith in you. What would you care to know?
Okay.
This right here.
The core of the summoner archetype is in conjuring and commanding otherworldly monsters, and it is by the special experiment that your repertoire for summoning grows. Much as with masks, I shall need to create what's called a vessel. Vessels are created from the talismans you're sure to obtain in battles or labyrinths. As long as it remains in your possession, a summoning vessel's benefit is permanent. You'll soon find their powers indispensable, I'm sure.
What would you care to know?
Okay, that's the most recent thing.
I see.
I see more friends have joined by your side, sharing in your dream, and with them you gather more of the heroic archetype's powers. Your own virtues are the driving force behind this. Keep your allies close and wield your powers anew. If a dream is beyond your reach alone, the support of allies can help you grasp it. Okay. Huh. Huh. Oh, I guess Yufa's the only one who could, use Summoner. At least for now. Ooh, she needs to learn Magic Seeker. Okay.
I see. Fascinating. This right here. All right.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Hear the voices of past heroes' souls.
I must.
The Seeker archetype, the gift of the people's faith in me. I shall use this power to rise to the occasion. Okay.
I feel new power surging within me.
No. Overall, I kind of like this form better. Like it doesn't have like the weird well, kind of does, but it doesn't really have the oversized like hip, and it's just connected by like a hip bone and looks all disformed or whatever. Like I don't really like how these look as far as like the hips and the leg go. Like this cloak is pretty cool, and the helmet's kind of cool. It could pass for both like a helmet. It has like that chin strap part, and the top looks like a diving falcon or sparrow or something like that. So that's pretty cool. This one I like a little bit less, but it does have the feather in the cap, which reminds me of a red mage from Final Fantasy, which is cool. And it has like the shoulder pointy shoulders like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z, so I kind of like that. Also, it has the rapier, and that's also looks like a violin bow, which is kind of cool. Great design. I have mixed feelings about the Seeker. The Seeker and the Magic Seeker. Overall, I think I like this one the best, but I'm not a fan of the helmet. It kind of reminds me of like a mosquito with that like pointy bit. It's kind of cool how the feet have like the claws, but it still has the high heels, which I don't like. I didn't like the high heels on Arsene in Persona 5 either. I think the samurai is probably one of the best. Looks really good. I think the paladin is very fitting of the name. Looks very paladin-like. I don't know. I don't really have too much of a comment on the other ones. This looks like research documents about the summoner archetype. In times of yore, there lived heroes who summoned otherworldly beings to fight on their behalf. Their souls together formed the power of the summoner. Among them, the master invocations, devotee of the most eldritch of summoning arts, I dove the devil summoner. Digital devil summoner. The summoner archetype uses vessels to summon unearthly beings to the battlefield as its servants with a unique form of magic. However, in order to prove their mastery, they must take time and effort to gather servants before true power can be unleashed. Let no summoner forget this truth.
Then...
So if we can get the vessels, the archetype can use summon magic to call otherworldly creatures. It's strong, but it burns through MP and it needs those vessels to be useful. You don't like the faker? Uh, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the faker either. Like, when you think of a faker, you think of like a spy, which is what Alonso is. He's kind of like a spy. But with the jester, it's kind of like it's too in the face, it's too obvious, too out of place. Like, um, you think of something that you would think of something that like blends in better. It's something that's less conspicuous, you know. Um, like I don't think it fits the quote unquote faker archetype. And I'm not a big fan of like the look of a jester anyway. And also I don't like it how it has those like banana boat feet. Like I don't what's that about? I don't know. I don't really like it. Just put Joker from P5 in there. Yeah, that could work. Like a cloaked dude. I guess if I wanted to steel man the case for having the jester as the faker archetype, um, the thing I think of is Cicero from Skyrim, how he was um, he was a jester and he was like a quote unquote fool and he acted stupid, but like low key he was very very like smart in a sneaky way. So he kind of made you like lower your guard and stuff. You're like, because you would think like, there's no way this idiot would be like smart or strong or whatever, but he was.
Oh. You'll come again, won't you?
by 3,000. 1,000. Is 5 enough? What is she at? 13? 13. How much does this get us? Okay, we are roughly at 13 and a half. And if we use this, 14 and a half. Assuming that the amount of XP is linear, which it probably won't be. It'll probably require more as we go up. It would only get us to about 18 and a half. And I don't think the rest of these will get us there. What can we do? Okay. Moore wonders if the king locked him in this study as a deliberate gambit to aid in his research. His final request is for the study of the ultimate archetype. We need courage to hang out with this dude. I guess we could work towards that. Do any of these give us courage? Imagination? Wisdom, courage? Oh, well that's not anytime soon. Oh, right, Bardon, he wants us to defeat this worm. I don't think we could do that at night though, huh? Imagination. Courage. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. Do that.
All right then. Where to?
Let's go.
Damn it all.
Yeah, he's not here.
All right then. Where to?
Okay. We already did the diving thing in Martira, and the courage thing here is diving in the ocean, but it's not available at night.
Let's go. What's he says?
Oh, since you mentioned Joker from Persona 5, it kind of reminds me that Joker is in Smash Brothers, and I kind of want to play Smash Brothers again. It's been a while since I played Smash Brothers.
What's he says?
Like the only thing I was actually doing in Smash Brothers, I wasn't actually like playing it for real. I was just doing that like trick you do to like quickly challenge and unlock new characters. That's pretty much all I was doing in that game, to unlock all the characters as quickly as possible. But yeah, Joker was I guess you could say my main in Smash Brothers. I really liked Joker's gameplay in Smash. It was a lot of fun. Okay, I think we can't collect from this guy for another 2 weeks. Yeah, or 8 days. Okay,
All right then.
what can we do? Maybe a different virtue, I guess. Maybe tolerance? Oops.
All right then.
Stood watch. Took in scenery, gave a speech.
All right. Where to?
Let's go.
Okay, I don't think we listened to this person. Yeah, we haven't talked to this person yet.
My.
You're the candidate from the exhibition, aren't you? That means you're taking aim at our precious relic, is that correct? I only wish to borrow it. Borrow it from whom? I'd consider it a kindness if you could explain. I have no quarrel with you or your intentions, I simply wish to learn more, if possible.
Right?
More about what's happening? Well, why not? Interacting with people from other cultures will help you grow as a person. Understanding different cultures and points of view could improve my tolerance. Want to spend time talking to her? Okay. Thank you. Well then, let us go elsewhere to speak.
I see.
You've been to our homeland? Unbelievable. And you're traveling with our island's priestess now? Oh, interesting. It's taken into account that we've been there already. I wonder how different this dialogue is if you talk to her before you go there. Wait, that must mean the Mustari woman I saw in the square earlier was... If what you say is true, if we do indeed have someone fighting on the island's behalf...
What?
Ma'am? Are you crying? Are you alright?
Everything okay?
Yes. Please, pardon me. This is the first time in my life I've heard such a thing. I thought that as long as sanctism reigned as this land's faith, I would never know happiness. To hear hushed remarks follow me in the street, to receive no medicine from the church when illness strikes, this is normalcy. And when the sanctists offered up the divine relic, I felt nothing. In fact, I grew frustrated that rage did not come to me. But I see now that hope was right there beside me. You do not merely fight to save this city, but to save all of us. We help anyone in need. You really mean that when you say it. You are truly exceptional, young man. Please, lead our island, no, our country onward. I feel overcoming our cultural differences and speaking heart to heart has improved my tolerance.
All right.
If it pleases you.
Would you speak to me once again? I should like to learn more about our island. Okay.
Time marches on. and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The age of Aquarius.
Speaking of which,
Since we got some time before the fake lance is ready, I let Basilio and Fidelio know that we're going to settle in here for a little bit. And I can't imagine they responded to that with a chummy little nod and smile. Hardly. So I made something up about how the tide was too unstable to sail on. I mean, what's one more little lie on top of the heap? They bought it, I think.
Most helpful.
Is that so? Well, that works out in our favor. Now we must simply carry on as we normally do, doing all our usual activities so as not to arouse their suspicions.
Well then,
Okay.
what now?
Big tata. Big tatas. Okay. Vulcan worker Bardon. Oh, we need to be on the road with her. Maria.
What now?
What level is this? 4? Uh, Yay, a bot. Not interested in viewers, sorry bot. I'm only interested in pills that make your pee-pee bigger. And ban. I wonder if I should do the side quests first rather than doing hanging out with Maria, because we haven't even leveled up what was it, whatever it's called, cleric. We haven't gotten cleric to level 20, so even if we do get savior, we won't be able to unlock it. Yufa's quest.
What now? All right then.
let's go.
I want this runner to be such a marvel that even old Luis has to pick his jaw up off the floor. That's when I know I'll have truly made it. I'll polish and refine every last nut and bolt until everyone can see her for the radiant belle she is. Why, the whole kingdom will fall in love with her. What? You know, I just remembered that, like, right before you typed that. Alright, let's see if we get a lucky poop. Lucky poop.
Right.
No lucky poop.
Well then.
Okay. Rock beans. Rock. Yeah. Ing. Yeah. Bird. Yeah. 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 You get the luck only on Idol's Day? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was random. Mighty Golden Stew, Amber Stew, Enchanted Pottage. Almighty Golden Stew! The gold standard of stew with ultimate umami flavor. Increases attack, defense, hit, and evasion for 3 turns for all allies. Ooh. Limp Goldfish? I guess we need to buy more Limp Goldfish. Amber Stew. A stew with a savory seafood broth that stirs vim and vigor. Increases physical and attack power 1 time for all allies. Enchanted Pottage. A way to ingest a plethora of nature's gifts into the body. Increases magic attack power 1 time for all allies. One time? Does that mean it's like a 1-time permanent stat boost? Or is it just like 1 time per battle? Because these are consumables, right? It's just the wording is different from all this other stuff, so I'm just like kind of confused.
Really? Really?
Okay. Okay, this one is in that bandit cave that we still have a quest for. I don't think we've read this one yet. The mark suggests this entry was erased and rewritten several times. From the sparse evidence I had, the clues pointed to the ritual island northwest of Virga. Waters with religious restrictions that outsiders would never venture into. It's no wonder this relic hasn't been found. If we're ever in the Malnova archipelago, we should see if we can find this relic. Is that the island that, Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. So this is a twofer. Okay. I kind of feel like we should do, this one first, because this one, not this one. This one is on the way, and it's a slightly lower difficulty. Not by much, but that one's last.
Well, what do you want to do?
Check status.
Actually,
Do it on a different trip than the one you do the island that's on its way if you change the weather. Oh, right. Because that island is... Wait, the Malnova one, the one where the trial is, that's the one with the perpetually bad weather, right? So maybe we want to change the weather first, and then go to do her trial? My name is Euphrasia Eutorica. I am terribly obliged to you all for being so gracious as to... No need to be formal with us, love. I'm sure it'll take time to acclimate, so if you need anything, just ask. Don't be shy now.
I'm quite grateful.
Of course, thank you very much. You truly are a kind person, Miss Juna.
Because
Think nothing of it, darling. I've always been the younger sister after all, so I'm happy to finally have someone I can dote on. Yeah, change the weather and do the trial, it's better. Okay. I need to complete Yufa's trial in the Land of Ceremony. The enemy will use powerful wind magic when charged up, so I'll need to dispel it. It's weak to fire. Okay, Masked Dancer and Seeker. Okay.
Now then.
So we're going this
We
way.
can set up camp there.
All right. And
And-
right there's a labyrinth.
Okay.
it appears to be a labyrinth.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
If we're gonna change the weather,
Clear.
oops, let's go to the Paradise City where the grass is green. The girls
Let's
are
go.
pretty. Alright. Go here. Save. Big tata, big tata tata pa.
Hey,
Ah, you again. Is there something I can do for you?
is that all right?
Uh-huh. Yufa's already a valued friend. And fiance.
Thanks.
There's much I could learn from your approach to things. I was wrong to wholly object other tribes as my island's chief.
Hey,
Okay, I'd like to change the
you
weather.
tell
I'll first divine the weather in each region.
me. The weather.
If there's bad weather in a dungeon, I may be able to use my power to clear it. Any place you'd like to check. Okay,
It's your call. And right there's a labyrinth.
here. The Land of Ceremony. It is a place perpetually plagued with bad weather.
Will that be all?
This is where you'd like tamer weather? Yes, please.
Now
Well then, allow me to call forth my power. Alright, Captain Planet, improve the weather for me. By your powers combined. Excellent, it went well, I think. The weather should hold in the place you selected for 3 days, yes.
Hey,
Okay. Alrighty.
All right then. Let's head there right away.
Everyone is here.
Oakley dokley.
Now then.
And we're gonna see a site. We're gonna hit camp,
What lurks below?
and then here.
We might fill a request there.
Oh, it actually takes 2 days to get here? Okay. This is the site of Yufa's trial. I apologize for taking up your time like this, but I simply must take this trial. I must get stronger. You've nothing to be sorry for, love. We're friends, helping each other is what we do. Whatever it takes, we'll knock this trial out together.
I should very much like to go there.
Very well then. I'm counting on your help, everyone.
It's your call.
We'll have to make camp for tonight, but we'll arrive tomorrow. The question is, can we make it back by tomorrow night? Just leave it to me, so long as you don't go dragging your feet, of course. What? Let's go.
Let's be off.
Then 'tis settled. It would behoove us all to prepare ourselves, even whilst on the road. Bum 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 bum.
Can you hear me?
I've been really into sparkling water recently. Like, it has, obviously carbonation in it, but it also has aspartame. And who knows if it really does or doesn't give us all cancer, but then again, what doesn't give us cancer nowadays? I mean, there's like microplastics in everything anyway, so that's good. Plus, like, the carbonation helps, like, fill me up a little bit. And it's flavored, so it tastes better than, like, you know, regular water. It's not, like, completely calorie-free, which is fine. It doesn't have that many calories, but it's not like, LaCroix or anything, which has, like, no calories. This has a few calories. It has like 15 calories per bottle. It's microplastics at this point. Yeah, that's probably the biggest problem. Everything's contained in plastic. Yeah, the brand of sparkling water I've been getting is the it's from the supermarket Vaughn's / Albertsons. It's their in-house brand, Signature Select or whatever. Their sparkling water is actually pretty good. My favorite flavor is peach cream. I've never had a peach flavored drink or like food that I've never had one that I've disliked. I've always at least liked it somewhat. It hasn't always been my favorite, but I've always liked it. And it happens to be my favorite flavor of the sparkling water. Nurse's voice is echoing out the runner phone. There's some sort of altar that's appeared in the lounge. Yufa said something about it possessing divine powers, so give it a look. Praying at the altar. Oh, she cleaned it up. I was wondering about that. Like, it keeps telling me that we should clean it at some point, and she does. She goes and cleans it. Yufa has arranged an altar in the lounge. You use it to dedicate a heartfelt prayer to another person, which may increase their max MP. Oh, interesting. In Persona, like when we would think about someone else, it would be to like increase our bond, but here it's to increase their MP. Okay. I kind of like this better. It feels that it's the socializing with our friends is more better paced here. Like in Persona, it felt like I would have to hang out with people, um, or think about them and do this extra stuff because, like, they would go on cooldown, and I wouldn't be able to hang out with them anymore, and like it wasn't the pacing of their ranking up our friendship wasn't as good, if that makes sense. And even though there was ways to increase the main character's MP in Persona, there was no way to do it for our teammates. So I think I prefer this system over the systems we've had in the past.
What to pick?
I hear a voice.
All right.
I should let him know. The Incredible Hulkenberg comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk to her. I probably will. Yeah, Metaphor did improve a lot on Persona and a lot of like systems that Atlus has had over the years. A lot of quality of life improvements, just everything in general.
Hey,
Hone our weapons now.
then.
Gallica, you're trapped in the pantry! Let's cook. Gel dust. Giant's rib. Does anything else use giant's rib? This, but we don't necessarily need to make this. Lord of the Lake. Okay. Well, let's just go down the list and cross everything off at least once. So let's make one of these.
That
I must say, I'm impressed with this kitchen. Certainly a stark difference from when I traveled alone. At the time, a dish's flexibility outweighed its flavor profile, but even with so few ingredients, the best meals were the ones most thought through. In fact, I fear that with such amenities, I shall grow soft. There is no greater dishonor than those who so easily cast aside necessity for convenience. So be it. We shall dine as road-weary travelers, using only the barest essentials, but rest assured, it will taste like no such thing. I started preparing food with Hulkenberg, doing only what was strictly necessary with the ingredients.
Ah, goodness.
That is not a pleasing sound at all. That squishy crunching of like a bug. And it like almost physically pains me with her cleaver technique. So make the food barely edible. I mean, that is Hulkenberg's wheelhouse. But to her, like, that's the most delicious way you can prepare it, I guess. Like her favorite food is probably just like flame-kissed bug thorax.
Unnecessary.
The fire does not wane. Ah, but nature is not to be so underestimated. We shall cook it through in one go. I wonder if she eats dirt. It's probably just another spice she throws on. It's like pepper, salt, dirt. It's a finely honed dish.
Your thoughts?
Steadfast stew is complete. I promised you a superb dish, did I not? Speed cooking, I cooked without time passing. And we got 2. Dun 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 dun.
Let's not.
No, it's not a good time for that. Okay. Oh. Hello. Luis's runner was a little more grand than this one, but in terms of being a comfortable ride, it's quite comparable. My only gripe is the bunk size. I wonder if we might make some upgrades there.
You.
I'm a celebrity songstress famed throughout the country, and yet, that doesn't mean anything to you, does it? Not really. Don't get me wrong, I'm not looking for that kind of attention, but it's not a it's such a contrast to the rest of the world. I get a bit of whiplash from it. Okay. That's that.
All right then. Let's head there right away.
Okay, I guess we'll hang out with Hulkenberg.
All right then.
Let's go.
All right then.
Let's go.
The onboard kitchen is quite nice to use. You never feel like you're missing anything when you might need. Where I'm from, we used to have all kinds of floury noodle dishes. Quite filling too. Might be worth trying to keep us combat ready. Okay.
All right then.
Okay. I guess we'll have to do the prayer tomorrow or something.
All right then.
Let's go.
All right. Oh, 16 was the last one? Okay. There you go.
Well met.
You're getting so much attention today, Hulkenberg. You should feel special. We have the spear. As our sole means of dispatching Luis, 'tis a precious tool indeed. Now is the time for prudence. We strengthen our arm before the thrust.
Say,
Captain, I realize our business is pressing, but there's something I'd like to discuss. I have something to report concerning the aftermath of the duel. Might you take time to hear it? Of course.
thank you. I've received word from the Shadow Guard. Rodanth has been confined to an underground cell. For the time being, the chaos in the capital should be still.
I think if there was another small gripe I have about this game, is that the music doesn't change at times I expect it to change. Like here, like the tone of the conversation is kind of serious, and it still has like the travel music, and it's like all like hype and stuff like that. There was another time where we like entered a dark dungeon or something like that, and the music didn't change, and it kind of caught me off guard. Oh, my back. It's broke. To quote Mike Tyson, my back is broke. Not really, but it's such a it's such a funny thing to hear from Mike Tyson. My back is broke. The chaos in the capital should be still. That's a harsh punishment. Deserved. Case closed. It's not over yet.
I don't think we're in the clear just yet.
Agreed. All that's changed is that Rodanth is removed from power. We spoke of it before. A knight's duty is to their oath.
Uh-huh.
Yet without a king, an oath might hold little weight to any one knight. And an armed force, disunified in purpose, is but a spark away from a raging mob. If the knighthood flounders further, whether clinging to power or simply self-preservation, a second Rodanth, or even a third, will surely emerge. Unless His Royal Highness the Prince takes the throne, there will be no true rebirth for the knighthood.
I'll forge our path forward with your help, Hulkenberg.
Rest assured, I'll forge a path to the throne.
Yes, well said. We shall reclaim our nation's future together. My duel with Rodanth left much clear. I proved I am not the woman I once was.
You're more than that now, Hulkenbay. Well, you're not the Bay anymore. You were Bay until Juna showed up, and then until Yufa showed up. Now you're Hulkenbug. You're the Hulkenbug queen. Hulkenberger. Hey, when she retires from being a knight, she can open up a restaurant. I'd like a double Hulkenberger with cheese.
It can only be the journey thus far that has changed me. You've helped me grow as a new person. Never again will I wield my power only to hide my own sense of inferiority. My convictions shall lead me, and I shall fight by their strength. Thus, I vow anew to use my power for you.
Use my power for you. I don't think her restaurant would be allowed for health reasons. That's true. She would. The only way she can make it work is if it was like a traveling food cart that was stayed outside of major cities. Conviction shall lead me, and I shall fight by their strength. I vow anew to use my power for you. I'm counting on you. You're a true knight. I'll protect you. One of these. I'm more inclined to not say you're a true knight, because when you give sort of like a bookend answer to someone like that, it might give them the idea that they've made it and then they stop trying as hard, you know? Um, like this, like, our journey isn't over. I like the idea of telling her I'm counting on you. We still got a long way to go. I'm counting on you.
I'm counting on you, Hulkenberg.
You only need focus on pushing forward. For that, I would gladly give my life.
I can feel Hulkenberg's unshakable trust in me and the strength of our bond.
The steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg, keeper and heritor of the knight's virtues. By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
I shall safeguard our land and our future.
Look at those vascular arms. Four inheritance slots. Special guard duty. High probability for Hulkenberg to defend the protagonist from an attack on his weakness. That's awesome. Grand Blue Fantasy. Hulkenberg is ready to acquire a new heroic embodiment.
The man of the Shadow Guard paused before departing. As he bid me farewell, he told me he hoped to one day be my equal. A knight not merely in title, but in truest spirit.
They need to see a doctor if their arms seem like that. Yeah. Like a little bit of vascularity is okay, like around the wrist and stuff, or even a little bit up the forearm. But like that much, like in the hands and going down the fingers, like that's a crazy amount of vascularity. Um, like I work out, so I have a little bit going up my forearm and stuff, especially like if I have a pump or if I just had a little bit of carbs, like the veins will like pop out and stuff. But normally they don't show up that much.
I never thought the day would come that I might see the honor in myself. As a knight, and as an ally, I will stay by your side, now and always.
You coming on to me, Hulkenberg? It also sounds more like you're pledging to be my knight, not the knight of the prince.
Truly, my friend. Thank you.
If anything, though, I kind of feel like Hulkenberg would be asexual. Like she's married to her work, mostly. Thanks to the strong trust between Hulkenberg and me, the entirety of the knighthood now supports me. Ooh. 10. Top 10, baby.
Nura speaking.
Yeah, she's pretty much only interested in food. Other than being a knight, she's only interested in food. That's her love. Like being a knight is her work and her love is food. This is Nuris. I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop.
As the sunset stretches the gauntlet runner's shadow across the water, they arrive at the prismatic sea. Sailors whisper of an otherworldly view visible in these parts, if you survive the terrors of the deep. Yet somehow, the sailors have never found an unimpeachable source, and the party was about to understand why.
So pretty.
I've never seen so much red in the sky. It's like it's on fire. The setting sun is akin to a streak of crimson ink, bleeding its color into the sky and sea alike. Well, I'll be damned, Stroll. I didn't know you were such a poet. Isn't that surprising? I really don't know. I'm like, I have zero knowledge of poetry or literature. Like, that was always my weakest subject. Is it surprising that Stroll has a poetic side? Not really. He was a noble. And he had a good, like, you know, they say it takes a village to raise a child, and he had a good, even outside of his parents, he had a good supporting cast of people that were, like, influencing him and raising him and taking care of him. Like that Rangar guy or whatever. He was raised well.
Hey.
His parents gave him a good upbringing.
Oh, right.
I suppose that's true, yeah.
Be that as it may.
Our problems feel so trivial when faced with the true, I don't know how you say that, sublimity of the natural world. It almost makes you want to scream, doesn't it?
Hmm?
Huh? Now you've lost me. I mean, yeah, the natural world is very sublime, but scream, that's just you. I think that one's just you, buddy.
But
Juna, don't you feel the urge to sing when you see something such as this? Well, I suppose. There are moments when I feel like I just want to express my feelings with a song.
Oh my.
Wait, was this your way of requesting a performance?
A special little number.
Well, then I must oblige. But this sea air isn't great on my vocal cords, so I'll keep it short. I feel a newfound wisdom as I enjoy Juna singing amidst the gorgeous view.
All right.
Hello.
Hello? Here, I've captured the moment to paper. Quite the evocative piece, if I say so myself. It's almost as though you can still hear the young miss singing, isn't it? Prismatic sea drawing. I'll give this to Maria later and tell her about what I saw.
The gauntlet runner arrives at an encampment, and sensing no imminent threats, they breathe a collective sigh of relief. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder, how to spend the evening hours.
Lone Isle Camp. There you go, Hulkenberg. Stretch it out.
All right then.
Prismatic Sea, a phenomenon visible in the sea by Virga Island. Because of the clean air, the sun seems to gleam brighter as it sinks to the horizon. Though the carmine sky and the lilac clouds hanging overhead are a familiar sight to local Mustari, travelers seeing it for the first time say it inspires both breathless awe and a certain fear of the pagan gods said to rule this domain. People. Bonds Unfettered, Hulkenberg. In Grand Trad, Hulkenberg reunites with the newly minted commander of the Royal Knights, Rodanth, who she once counted as a friend and ally. She soon discovers that he has been corrupted beyond redemption, as he would unjustly target his opposition or falsely accuse people of treason to execute them. Angered by this tyranny, Hulkenberg challenges Rodanth to a duel, and upon victory he is apprehended by the Shadow Guard. Hulkenberg, who demonstrated her knightly virtue through her actions, and not by means of her family or status, gained the confidence of the knights who witnessed the incident, who view her as a model of the knighthood. Gotta collect the bug. Luma Bee. Oh, that's a cute nighttime outfit. Juna, how come you don't change outfit? You or Hulkenberg, you wear the same thing all day. Or is that the same thing that, is that the same outfit and I just never noticed? Or maybe, Yufa was wearing like some sort of shawl or something and it makes it look different. But I swear she changed. I swear she changed outfits. We have a kitchen and bedrooms, and there's even a washroom. Everything we need is here. This gauntlet runner feels more akin to a house with legs. Just think of the relations that could be established between the island and the mainland if gauntlet runners were to become accessible to more people.
Oh.
Okay, same thing.
All right then.
Okay, there shouldn't be anything back there.
Let's go.
Nothing up here.
Right. Let's head there right away.
Okay, this is probably hone weapons and guard duty, I'm assuming. Yes, stood watch.
Hail!
Their outfits are the same, but removing parts of the outfit? Okay. There's much to discover on your first trip to any town. That said, I tend to focus on the various cuisines on offer. I find it fascinating that a dish using the same combination of ingredients can result in something altogether different depending on who cooked it. Who cooked it or how it's cooked. Like, there's a joke by Jim Gaffigan. Did he die recently? I don't know. Because he's like, he doesn't live a very healthy life and he eats terribly. He has a joke that talks about like a lot of Mexican food dishes, how it's all just some mix of tortilla, meat, and cheese. And he's like describing a burrito, and he's describing a taco, he's describing enchilada, and it's like tortilla, meat, cheese, tortilla, meat, cheese. Perhaps the same could be said of people. Every new experience and the smallest wisdom gained influences who we are. To that end, what if I abandoned my usual methods and opened my mind? You mean, opened up your mind to using something other than a bug? Were I to challenge myself thusly, could a new creation be born? Started preparing food with Hulkenberg, trusting our sixth senses. Ugh, that squishing sound. Never drop your guard, especially not when you think you've won. It is that moment that when we fall back, our most common habits.
You see?
Oh wait, today their luster is brighter, I guess. What an aromatic and creative dish we've made.
All right.
Stale black bread is complete. Taking the aroma, 'tis truly one of a kind. Okay, that's one way of putting it.
Sure.
Okay.
All right then. Go. All right then.
Okay, that's a nurse there who wants to hang out.
Let's go.
What is that? Eloquence?
Well met. Indeed.
I think we've seen all the like little mini cutscenes for the chess
Well then.
matches.
Excuse me.
Remember the problem I mentioned on the Orb-Wise path? Let's try to get that solved as soon as we can. Not being able to say your final farewells at a proper funeral, it must be awful. Oh, she has a quest over there. That's what she's talking about.
Oh, well.
For now, let's just do what we can. Can't help but singing my heart out. The song is just words on the wind without an audience, so would you care to listen? Besides, it might empower you. Juna's song can teach me the power to move people's hearts, and I feel it'll hold my eloquence.
Fine.
I mean, I guess we can do eloquence. Wisdom. Rodin sits in the cell and Hulkenberg feels sure in her purpose once more. She pledges her loyalty to her charges anew, with eyes clear. Okay, anything else? Guys, it feels like we never see her.
All right then. What now?
What kind of incense? HP by 5, max MP by 2.
Excuse me. Oh, well.
That's what I'd like to hear. Come this way.
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Oh, speaking of.
You know, someone told me once that my songs were like magic, that they could change the world. At the time, I didn't give it any more thought than you would a gracious compliment. But I've come to believe that emotions, the raw power born of feelings, can change the world. Doesn't that sound like the original form of magic? Um, I guess. I mean, yeah, because every time like our emotions are popping off, like we learn how to use the archetype. Yes.
Got it.
I think I understand what you mean.
Thanks.
Good. I'm happy to hear you say that. It feels like we had a bit of a connection there, doesn't it? Yes, we're meant to be together. Just you and me, and Yufa. I've never told this to anyone before, but beyond being the world's greatest songstress, I have another goal.
The truth is.
The truth is, at some point in the future, I'd like to conduct research on archetypes. I guess you can apprentice with more. Why archetypes? Archetype research?
Yeah.
The power that awakened in us is magical in nature, that much I know. Archetypes are a power born when a heart yearns for something. With more knowledge of them, perhaps every soul in the world can manifest its own individual needs. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I think the only reason I can have my head in the clouds like this is because you're our captain, you know? It's such a relief to be understood. I'm happy to serve at your command, not in like an army type of way, but as friends with a common goal who need a leader.
Yep.
I think everyone here brings something unique to the table, so in battle, it's up to you to direct those talents. I'll leave it to me. You have a role to play too. Let's give it our best shot. I feel like she already kind of said this. It's up to... I think she wants a more affirmative, more like she wants to be validated in her trust and support of us. So we're gonna say just leave it to me.
Yeah.
Of course, just leave it to me. Then we'll count on you, O Captain. All this roughhousing was well outside of my repertoire before I awakened to my power. Talking to you like this, I can tell we're on the same wavelength. I mean, we only met because we're so reckless that we both broke into Luis's room. That was quite a coincidence. We were pretty reckless. Let's keep rocking the boat. Let's keep rocking the boat. I say we keep being reckless, doing what needs to be done without fear.
Goodness.
Oh please, I'd roll my eyes if anyone but you said that. Something about your good nature makes people let you off with a smile.
All right.
Well, there's work to be done, isn't there? I'm excited for what tomorrow will bring. Thanks for listening to all my nattering on today. Let's talk again sometime. I can sense the power to move hearts in Juna's singing. I feel like my eloquence has improved.
All right.
Bye.
Maybe I'll sing for just a bit longer. Naturally, you'll be sticking around, won't you?
marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I think I'll get the best listening experience and best acoustical reception if I listen to you while resting my head on your lap and fall asleep to your singing. Oh. Lucky poop.
Got it.
Hey, level up. Breaded koi.